know you've been talking a lot about Joelinton this season with Steve Wraith. As a previous number 9 yourself, like if there was one bit of advice you could give Joelinton for the coming years at Newcastle, what would that one bit of advice be? Because to me, it seems like he's a winger trying to play up front. He doesn't get into the box enough. He's got the athleticism to play as a striker, and he showed little glimpses like his goal against Sheffield United where he ran into the box and showed that killer instinct. But he just doesn't do it enough for me. But what would that bit of advice be?
Do yourself a favour and find another position to play in. To be a successful goal scorer, you have to have an obsession about finishing. We saw Dwight Gale, and he missed an absolute howler against Man City. Yes? His next chance came right at the beginning of the game against Bournemouth. Boom. Clinical finishing. So what a goal scorer understands is that if you're going to score goals, you have to miss. Yeah? And so when a miss happens, don't let it affect you. Don't let it affect your game. But I watched Joelinton, he misses and then he disappears for about 2 or 3 months he's on the missing list. He's there on the pitch, but you don't see him getting in the box.
No.
You know, he has got, I think he's got, is it 2 goals? He's got
2
3 goals.
2 league goals, and he scored 2 against the league opposition,
right.
Yeah.
He had the ball originally outside the box. He's laid it off, and he's turned and gone and flown into the penalty area, and he's finished up with the ball coming back to his feet. Bang! Thank you very much. 2 goals.
Yeah.
But that's the only times that he's done it, and he's learnt nothing from it.
No, he hasn't.
What he's not doing is constantly getting in the box every time, and if he constantly does it, he'll be miss, score, miss, score, miss. You know, that's the way it will go. But the goal tally starts to mount.
Yeah.
If you're going to score goals, you have to miss. So don't be frightened of it. And Joelinton is absolutely scared stiff of missing.
Yeah, I agree with you, to be fair. I think playing him in a different position would really help his game, because the build-up side of things, where he can just pass a ball off or hold the ball up for a second or two to bring in an Almiron or an saint-maximin, I think he's really good in that regard. It's just, after that, he doesn't hammer it into the box like a normal centre-forward would do to try and get on the end of a cross. It's just a part of that build-up.
Yeah, and I'd put that down as much as anything to fear.
Yeah.
You know, but he's not learning anything. Not learning anything from where he has had a little bit of success this season. And so if you don't think like that, then you're not a natural goal scorer. Dwight Gale thinks like it all of the time, you know, and that's why I would play him before anybody else in the club, quite simply because he'll miss, he'll score, he'll miss, he'll score, he'll miss and then score, and that's his present and his future.
Like with Dwight Gale, he knows how to link up the play and things, and he links up with the midfield beautifully. So he does like that bit well. It's just sometimes his composure can be questioned.
I don't know why Dwight Gale has been ignored for so much of the season, and at the same time, I don't know why Steve Bruce has persevered with Joelinton in the side all season long.
It might be something from upstairs. Mike Ashley might be saying he's my investment, and
I don't think it's Mike Ashley who's saying that. I don't think he gets that much involved, but certainly somebody, I think, is saying it. Somebody is saying he's got to play. He's got to play. And this is why, as a manager, you have to stand up to things like that. You have to stand up to it and say, because you see, I've watched Joelinton out the football field suffering. Things aren't going right for him, and he's just absolutely suffering. The game is a pain to him. It's not a joy or a pleasure. And so Steve Bruce, to be kind, should have taken him out, said, come on, pressure's off you. Go and have a couple of games in the reserves, just, behind closed doors or whatever, just get a touch and a feel and just get your form back out of the glare of the public sort of thing. But he hasn't done it. And the pressure is just mounting and mounting and mounting, and all the more. And I watched Joelinton score that recent goal. Did I see relief in him? I'm not so sure I did. I'm not so sure. And that tells me that he isn't a goal scorer. He doesn't understand how important missing is.
Do you think that can be coached, or do you think that's just a genuine problem? Because when you were a centre forward, you came into Newcastle with the responsibility of Jackie Milburn being a predecessor, Len White, and all these goal scorers. And did you feel the weight of the number 9 shirt, or was it just no? You just felt confident. I don't think Joelinton has that, and I agree to a massive extent that it's fair.
A goal scorer, it's not the number you wear on your back. It is ensuring. Let me tell you what I used to do. And I started doing this when I was very young, when I was sort of like 18, 19. I used to, as I was going down the tunnel to go out on the pitch, to play the first half, I would be saying to myself, you have to have 6 attempts at goal. You have to have 6 attempts at goal. Now, they could have been any sort of like half chance, quarter of a chance, or whatever. But it's getting on the end of those chances. It's being there when the chance suddenly exists. And then I've come down the tunnel for the second half. Okay, another 6 attempts. You've got to have another 6 attempts. So I was looking to have 12 attempts in the match. Some were literally quarter chances. Some were real solid, good chances. But you had to think in that kind of fashion, so that all the time you're conscious. Got to get on the end of things. Got to get on the end of things. Got to get on the end of things. And I don't see Joelinton doing that. I don't see him even thinking about it. I don't think he's aware of it. It's just here and there. All of a sudden, I think I'll make a run into the area. It should just come as second nature to him that every time he's 15 yards outside the box, he lays the ball off, you turn and you go
straight in the box.
Yeah, straight in the box. And when the ball doesn't come in, you come out to go back in again.
Yeah,
and all the time, you're in and out of the box. Joelinton doesn't do that. He's not a goal scorer. He's not centre forward, and I don't think he's a winger either. So where his position is, heaven only knows.
Maybe a number 10.
I'm not so sure. I really don't think he's got the ability. I really don't.
It is a difficult one with Joelinton, because we argue on the channel a lot where he could play and like how to get the best out of him. And
you say, could he be a number 10? I'd rather Matty Longstaff have the 10 shirt because he will go and get shots on goal. He will.
Absolutely, yeah.
He'll come a bit late, but he will.
He's a bit more energetic as well.
Yes, and he'll get efforts on goal all day long.